So here's the 2021 Lamborghini Sian Roadster. It's the first one in the United States, one of 3 allocated for the US market, and one of 19 to be produced for the entire world. With just 19 units being built, the Roadster is way more rare than the Coupe, which is limited to 63 units. The Sian Roadster is the first open-top hybrid Lamborghini to feature a supercapacitor, and if you're wondering what Seon means, it means lightning in Bolognese. So we mentioned that it's super rare with only 19 examples being built, and it's also super expensive. So the Sian Roadster starts at $3,297,000, whereas the Coupe starts at $2,700,000. Believe it or not, the Sian Roadster doesn't come with a roof at all, so the cockpit is always open to the sky. The Sion's 6.5-liter V12 engine produces 774 horsepower, which is 15 more than the Aventador SVJ, making it the most powerful Lamborghini engine to date. The electric motor in the Sian adds an additional 34 horsepower for a grand total of 808 horsepower. The 7-speed single-clutch transmission has been calibrated to maximize electric power during gear shifts, so Lamborghini has perfected the technology without the complexity and weight of a dual-clutch gearbox. Lamborghini says drivers will no longer feel the gears change as electricity takes over for a few milliseconds. Instead of the ALA system used on the Aventador SVJ, the Sian Roadster makes use of smart materials and electric servos to channel air around the body. This allows for a top speed of 217 miles per hour after reaching 62 miles per hour in under 2.9 seconds. The supercapacitor stores 10 times the power of a lithium-ion battery. It's located in the bulkhead between the cockpit and the engine to ensure perfect weight distribution. The capacitors fully charge every time you press the brake pedal, therefore saving on brake wear, and since they feed electrons to the electric motor, they keep a burst of energy at your command. The hybrid system is so powerful that it even adds 10% more power to the ground in 3rd gear. 3 times more powerful than a battery of the same weight and 3 times lighter than a battery producing the same power, the electric system with the supercapacitor and electric motor weighs only 75 pounds. The Sian Roadster has an electronically controlled all-wheel drive system with a rear mechanical self-locking differential, a carbon fiber monocoque chassis with aluminum front and rear frames, and a full carbon fiber body. It also has electrically powered active aerodynamics, so the rear wing extends out when you're driving to enhance performance. Airflow is directed through the front splitters and through the front bonnet, through the side air intakes and outlets, and over the rear spoiler, with no loss of aerodynamic efficiency from the Roadster's roofless design. When looking at this car, it's easy to see the different directions of airflow. So you've got air entering here, this opening on the front bonnet, and then you also have air going through the front splitters and in these areas here near the headlights. So this air gets channeled along the side of the car. This opening channels air over the top of the car, and these fender louvers help relieve pressure from the wheel wells and create downforce. To help cool the engine and allow air to pass through the car, you've got this massive air intake behind the door. You've got another air intake right here, another one right here, and this opening above the seat which channels air into this intake. At the back of the engine hood, you've got autonomous vent flaps that are actuated by smart materials that are temperature sensitive by nature. So these flaps open independently when the temperature around the exhausts becomes too extreme. The doors are currently up because we're going to be taking a look at the interior in a minute, but let's finish taking a look at the exterior. So the Sian has a very low front for optimized aero efficiency. You've got the carbon fiber center front splitter, the iconic Y-shaped headlights that were actually inspired by the Terzo Millennio. And taking a look at the back of this car, you definitely notice Lamborghini's obsession with hexagons. The 3 floating taillights are shaped like hexagons. You've also got hexagons over here and down here, and even the exhaust pipe surroundings are hexagons. There is definitely not a shortage of exposed carbon fiber on this car. So you've got it in the front here, with this piece being painted in the body color. You've also got it near the headlights. You've also got it here on the fenders. It's also on the doors, on the side skirts, over here, over here, over here, on the engine cover, over here, underneath the rear wing, and on the rear diffuser. So pretty much no matter where you look, you'll find exposed carbon fiber on this car. You've got your fuel cap right here, and it says Benzina on it. Benzina is Italian for fuel, and you've got an Italian flag right above that. Taking a look at the interior, you've got these carbon fiber bucket seats covered in gray Alcantara with gray leather and red accents. You've got red cross stitching and a red embroidered Lamborghini crest on the headrest. You've got more red cross stitching over here with black Alcantara, and you've got a black Alcantara steering wheel with a red 12 o'clock mark on the top and an Italian flag on the bottom. The interior has a mix of glossy carbon fiber and matte carbon fiber. So you've got glossy carbon fiber in the center, surrounding all the different buttons for the vehicle functions and for the infotainment system. You've got a 1 of 19 plaque right underneath the vertical touchscreen, and then you've got more glossy carbon fiber on the steering wheel, on the paddle shifters, but then you have matte carbon fiber surrounding the instrument cluster. There's definitely more glossy carbon fiber in the interior though, because it covers the doors, it backs the seats, and you've got it back here near the camera and the Supercap plaque. This mixture of black, gray, and red actually looks really good. And I love how it says Seon on the door sill and on the side of the center tunnel. The Seon has newly designed air vents that are produced by special 3D printing, a technology that allows a customer's initials to be incorporated into the vent design. So now let's discuss the spec on this Sian Roadster. So it's finished in Grigio Lynx, which is a metallic gray paint color, and then it has Rosso Mars and Rosso Afesto accents. So you've got these red accents all along the edge of the car and even on the mirrors. You've also got some red accents on the fuel cap and this really cool fading design from red to gray near the engine. So that was the 2021 Lamborghini Sian Roadster. Huge thank you to Viviana at Manhattan Motor Cars for allowing me to take a look at this car today. If anyone's interested in a Lamborghini, be sure to reach out to her and tell her I sent you. Upstairs, we've got a Porsche 918 Spyder, a plug-in hybrid with a combined 887 horsepower and 944 pound-feet of torque from its mid-mounted V8 and electric motors. This car is so loved because it delivers Bugatti-like acceleration, tenacious handling, and a 211 mile/hour top speed. It makes up 1/3 of the Hypercar Holy Trinity. The other two cars are the Ferrari, LaFerrari and McLaren P1, and even though I like this one the least, I'm always glad to see it. Just like the Sian Roadster, the 918 Spyder is a convertible, but unlike the Sian Roadster, the 918 comes with a roof. The two roof panels are removable and can be stored in the front luggage compartment. This car is from 2015. The original MSRP was $845,000, but with the options, the total price of this one came to $858,475, and now 918 Spyders go for $1.4 million and up. So if you bought one of these when they were new, you definitely got a good return on your investment. So that was my visit to Manhattan Motor Cars in New York City. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.